an old Cooey 22. This gun's so old, it's older than I am. It doesn't even have a serial number on it. Let's load it up and see if our splatter target's gonna work or not. Why, hello. And those of you that are new to the channel, well, welcome. I got really thinking about it. I was down actually at a sporting goods store, and I was gonna get some splatter targets, but we're gonna just go and do some target practicing. It is hunting season. And I was looking at the price of these splatter targets, like, oh my God, like, I didn't think it'd be that much money. So I thought, you know, today's video, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show everybody how you can make your own splatter targets at affordable cost. So we're gonna make stuff like what I got here. This is Bad Billy, which I kind of call him, you know, Billy the Kid. But anyways, we're gonna make these Bad Billy targets, so I'm gonna show you guys how, and then you'll be able to make your own splatter targets and make multiples of them at a cheaper cost than going to the sporting goods store and going and buy splatter targets. So now to get started here, there's a few things we're gonna need here, and not a whole lot. And the things that you're gonna need is just go pick it up at the hardware store. It's really simple to get, and you'll get multiple uses out of it. Basically, like you can make multiple targets like you wouldn't believe. And in the long run, it's going to be a lot cheaper than going to buy splatter targets at your sporting goods store. Now, the few things that you actually need is, you know, just go down to your local hardware store, and you can pick up everything pretty much what you need there. And a lot of stuff, or you probably have it in your garage or laying around the house. Number one is cardboard. Get cardboard anywhere. And then what you're gonna do is whatever is, we're gonna get Bad Boy Billy, use him for an example. But you're gonna lay your stencil cut out onto your cardboard, and then you're gonna take, of course, a felt marker, and then you're gonna trace around your box so you can cut it out. Move Bad Billy out of the way. Some other things we're gonna need here too is spray paint. Just get cheap spray paint from your hardware store, Canadian Tire, whatever. You're gonna get yourself some boxing tape. Get the clear boxing tape. And also, of course, scissors. And then you wanna go just down to the store, whatever, and get yourself some paper. And now you want really good reflective paper. Like I like the yellow because it really stands out. But you can get white, you can get different colors if you like. It's, you know, not a bad thing. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna be cutting out some other stencils too. Like I cut, for Bad Boy Billy, I cut this stencil out. So I got it all cut out in the middle. But in the video, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that. Some of you already probably know what I'm gonna do with that. But anyways, and here's some other stencils that I did make. So here's this one across, so you can make them smaller, and just made it at the bottom of a pop box. And then I got another one here of a bird. And it's just made of the back of a beer box that I picked up. Like I say, you can get boxes anywhere. Here's another one I made of a cobra snake. I think the cobra snake looks cool. It took me some time to cut all that out. But here again, made it just out of the back of a beer box. But so I'm gonna bring the camera up a little closer here, and we're gonna get started and make some splatter targets. Okay, we got our cardboard all cut out, as you can see. And what you're gonna do now, you're gonna take your bright paper. And like I say, you can just go to a dollar store and get this paper for next to nothing and get multiple sheets of it. But we're gonna place one on top here. And you can overlap it if you want, it doesn't matter. And we're gonna lay the next one right here. A little fold there. Flip that over, like so. All right. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight or nothing, like it's, you know, nothing to lose sleep over. I'm just gonna get some of my packing tape, box tape, or I'm gonna call it. What I'm gonna do is just take a couple little chunks and just go on the outside of it, just to hold the paper in place. Put another piece here. Oops, bumped my camera. Klutz. And I'll put another little piece down below here. That's all I want to do. I just want to hold everything in place. I think we're pretty much good there. Let's put this little piece up here. Just to kind of hold everything in place. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to flip it over. Like so. And take your float marker again, like when you cut out your picture. You can take this and just, you can draw this out. One way of doing it, right? We're not artists. So we can draw that out like so. And I'm going to leave this actually stuck here. Just going to get a little piece of tape here. Like so. And I'm just going to stick this right on the very top here. So there. Now my paper's not going to fall off. Okay, we're going to take our scissors again. Like I said, you can use scissors. You can use an X-Acto knife too if you want to cut out your box. Okay, we're just going to cut this little bit out. Cut that out of there. We're going to cut that out of there. A little slice here and there. All right. Just going to cut around the edge here on my line. Like I said, that does not have to be at all perfect. There's one there. We'll get this bad guy, or bad boy I should say. Like a glove. And we'll cut that out. There we go. This can go to the garbage. All right, now, okay. We got Bad Billy almost set up here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take your clear masking or box tape. I was going to say masking tape, sorry, but I meant boxing tape. And we're going to get started, and we're going to do is start at the top here. And we're just going to put a layer there, and we're just going to work our way down. If you miss a little bit, it's nothing to lose sleep over. We're just going to go all the way down like this. There we go. And what you do is we're just going to keep adding tape all the way down, right across. Like right across, and we're going to go all the way down. Okay, now we got our tape all taped up across here. We did the whole cardboard. Now, if you want, you can fold this, all this tape in. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just a target anyway. Just fold some of this stuff in all the way around. Or if you like, you can take your scissors, take a little cut here. Like I say, I'm not going to go overboard with this one. All right, we're just going to get that all folded in there. There we go. All right. Okay. We got our tape on Bad Boy Billy here. And now we're going to go over to my shop, do some painting. We got our Bad Billy here laying on the floor. We laid some cardboard down so I don't get no paint in my shop. I don't want to have my shop floor all paint. So I'm just giving the spray can a good shake here. And what you want to use, make sure that you're using flat black. Don't use a gloss black because it's reflective, and then it's going to be harder to see your target. So we're going to give this a little bit of a spray here. You don't have to be too crazy with it, but just give it a good coat. Don't need much. Let's go here. Get Bad Billy's head here. And get a nice little coat here. Okay, just about done. Yeah, it should be plenty. All right, now, just a matter of letting it dry. Oh, another thing you do is turn your can upside down in case you don't know. And then just give it a couple little sprays. And what it does, it'll clean your nozzle out so you don't get paint in there, whatever, and dry up, and then you can't use your paint no more. Just a little quick tip. All right, we'll let that dry. So now it's just a matter of time letting the paint dry. And another thing I'd like to say to you is if you're enjoying the videos and want to make videos of your own, well, if you're interested in a camera stands, microphones, or anything like that, well, I got links below in my description, so check those out and hopefully it'll help you out and find the proper camera. Looks like our Bad Billy's paint is pretty much dry. So now we're going to take my cutout stencil that I did and we're going to lay it on top here. Nice and straight. That's close enough as far as I'm concerned. Oops. Just go like this. And I'm going to use as aluminum color, just so that it stands out. Up and just about empty that can. But anyways, we'll just give a little bit of a spray here. That should be plenty. There. Tilt it over so we don't gum up our nozzle. And we'll take that off, and there's our, there we go. There's our Bad Billy. Pretty awesome, eh? Okay, let that dry. I think our paint is pretty much dry, and this is the turnout that we got. I used the silver or whatever, thought maybe it'd stand out a little bit more. I was going to use red, but that's our Bad Billy. Isn't he nice? Looks mean too. But now the fun part of taking them out to the range and pop some holes into them and show how well our splatter target's even going to work. So let's go out to the gun range and do some shooting. Okay, now it's the moment we've been waiting for. I got old Bad Billy. He's all set up. I just used some lathe, some blocks just to hold him up here. So as you can see with the sun reflecting whatever with that silver really reflects. It's not really the choice of color I wanted to use, but it is what it is. So we got Bad Billy set up, and I'm going to get the camera set up, and we're going to see if this splatter target's going to work so you guys can see. So in this target demonstration I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this old Model 60 Cooey 22. This thing's an antique. This was given to me, well, actually it was my Uncle Reg's, and he passed away in 1998. And so the family gave me the 22, and part of the stock was cut off for some reason. I don't know if he bought it that way or he did it for maybe one of his grandkids. I don't know. So anyways, another friend of mine, Ernie Reed, he had the back end of a piece off an old gun, so he cut it and he put that on the back of this gun. Another dear old friend of mine, Keith Gaucher, is a native fella, and he made this leather for it. Has my Uncle Reg's name on it and everything from 1927 to 1998. And he made this beautiful deer leather little setup for the back of the stock, just so you didn't see the different color and grains in the wood. And he also sanded the gun down and he restained it for me. It's a beautiful little gun. Like, I'm most impressed. And I think the family seen this gun on my Uncle Reg's side. If they seen the gun when they gave it to me from before, and if they see it now, they're like, wow, yeah, Jay did fix that gun up. So we're going to use this gun and demonstrate on our target, and I'm going to set up and get to have some fun of shooting old Uncle Reg. Good loving memory of him. Hey, good old Uncle Reg, I'm going to call this gun. But this, like I said earlier, it's a Model 60, the old Cooey 22. This gun's so old, it's older than I am. It doesn't even have a serial number on it. Actually, when I had the gun registered, the registries actually sent me a sticker to put a serial number on it, just so I have it legally. But beautiful little gun, so I'm actually quite anxious to try it on this target. So let's load it up and see if our splatter target's going to work or not. There's one. I'll go for the face. Seems like it's just shooting to the right a little bit. There we go. Going for his nose. So it is working. Going for his mouth. But as you can see, the splatter target is working. So you can see where your shots are at. The silver on there, well, like I said, I didn't really want to use the silver because the sun reflects off it. But through scopes or anything like that, you can see quite well. See if we can go for his right eyeball. Go for his heart. I'm just going to go above his heart just to show you that where I'm hitting the target, whatever. It will show you where your bullet went. So I got him right kind of in the neck part here, so definitely is showing where that bullet's going. I like shooting old longer edge. It's a perfect gun. Here's another one. That was a lot of fun. So as you can see here, where it's up, I'm gonna get up closer to you. See, you can see where your shots are at, how that splatter target works. So it's a good little setup. You can get multiple shots out of a little target like this. Like if I wanted to, I could use other stencils, whatever, and I could have put crosses in here or something else. And you'd have hours and hours of shooting with your family and friends. So it's a very affordable thing to have, whatever, just to make your own splatter targets. And to me, they last a lot longer and it's more affordable. You can make, like I said, with the stuff you buy, you can make multiple targets. But anyways, let's go back to the studio. It's a little bit warmer because my fingers are getting a little numb. Now, I hope this video helps you in any way. Like, you know, you can make your own splatter targets and everything else. My fingers are still a little numb there. It was, you know, it's going to be the end of November and, oh, old man, winter's coming, but I'm not going to complain too much. We still don't have any snow on the ground. But bringing that old Cooey 22 out, you know, just to demonstrate that splatter target for you, sure brought me back a lot of memories being with my old Uncle Reg. And I hope the family watches the video, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be happy if there is someone in the family still thinks of their dad. And like I said, he was my best friend. And if you enjoyed this video, well, you gotta check out this video. In this video, where actually I took a Walmart little, like a coat rack, it's portable on wheels and you can move it around, and I made it into a shooting gallery. So check that one out. I know you'll like that video too. Or you can do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified every time I come out with a new video. So anyways, I guess this is the ending of the video, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Have fun everybody, and you guys have one awesome weekend.